Potato here, back with another tier list. And this time it's Minecraft foods. I made a video on this. I did make a video. This is my second try on it. Last time you couldn't hear me. I guess, or I couldn't. Like my mic was off. So that's why it's down here, because I couldn't place this all back at the bottom. So I just made an extra tier for everything that hasn't been placed. Before I didn't have an F tier, so that will help. It was 25 minutes long too, so I don't think it would have worked anyway, even though I have a 27-minute long video. Okay, so let's start off with, the second worst one, poisonous potato. I'm gonna be extra, more faster, because I don't want this to end up, 20 minutes. But, it's kind of obvious why it's here. You can't even compost it. It's useless. Cooked cod, okay, that's a... I think it's pretty good, actually, because, if you're going fishing, you're gonna get a lot of this. You're gonna get a lot. If the infinite, if the, AFK, fishing farm wasn't patched, this would probably be, S, because it would be so easy to get. But it's pretty easy to get, and it gives you quite a bit. Probably, the same amount as potatoes, so... I think it's an A. Next off, berries. B. That's a B. Or maybe C, but I think maybe B. Because when you're starting off and you're in a spruce biome, you're gonna grab a bunch of these, and you could make a big farm for that time, and then you'll make a farm for something else, and then you won't need it anymore. So that's why I'm thinking to put in C. I think I'll put it in C. Next one, cake. I think it's a D, because it's just, why would you, the only reason you'd make this is decor, or if you just felt like having it. You're not gonna have this as a food source. No one does that. It's not, it is stackable, but it's hard to make and everything. But I think it's a D tier thing. You're not gonna be carrying it around a bunch of cake. Another one, cookie. I think it's a D tier. You're not, this ranking is gonna be on, how good of a food it is, or no. Well, because there would be exceptions for these two. This is Enchanted Golden Apple, this is Golden Apple, but, yeah, cookies, you're only gonna be able to get them in a jungle, with cocoa beans. I think you can get them in chests, somewhere, but you're not gonna be making this. You might as well use the wheat from that to make bread. Bread's better. Bread's just better. Not much better. Or, no, that's not true. But, yeah. Okay, raw beef. This is C tier. Of course you're gonna be, oh no, this seems unfair to have this here, but, you're only gonna have this as, starting food. When you don't have anything to smell of. That's all I have to say. Potato, okay, yeah, you're not gonna eat this. Bottom of D. The rankings here, it's actually, manners. So, this would show that, berries are better than raw beef, cookies are, worse than cake, and everything like that, so those actually matter. Okay, these, I think these are D tier. What's the point of making them? They're 300 bars. That's almost the amount as cooked cod. One piece. You need a pumpkin, sugar, and egg. Might as well just cook one of these and eat it. And it does way more. Or not way more, but it does more. So, there's no point in having this. I might actually put it lower. Yeah. Why eat that? Okay. And this is why I said, poisonous potato was second worst. This is worst. It has worse symptoms, nausea, it has poison, or I'm pretty sure, maybe hunger, and it's harder to get, and why eat this? If you're desperate, if I'm ever desperate and I'm just hungry, and all I have is a pufferfish, for some reason, I'm not gonna eat it. No. So next one, apple, yeah. If there's a mechanic in the game where they fall from the tree occasionally, and you can put and if you can grow the apples back. Like, they can fall, but, like, only if you, like, the leaves are broken or whatever. So, if they had a mechanic where you could actually farm these, they'd be probably an A tier, but you can't, so, okay, cooked rabbit, I think this is a D tier food, because, you're not really gonna need this, because it's harder to get, because, you're not just gonna make, a rabbit farm, no. The only way you'd be able to obtain this is if, or you'd want to obtain that is if you just kill a rabbit and you're hungry and then you cook it for some reason. That's the only scenario that you should eat this. Okay, next one, C tier, no, I think this is lower. D tier, yeah, I think that's fair. No, I'm gonna put it here. Maybe better than apple because, it's easier to get. You're gonna, if you're fishing, you're gonna get a lot of these if you're fishing for a while, but you're not gonna get as much as, rock cod, which I'll just put, that's so similar, so I'm just gonna put it here. You're gonna get more. That's like, no, I think I'll put this over, and this here. And yeah, everything I said was salmon, kinda cod, and it's like, cod is easier to get, just the same amount as this. Okay, so this is golden. I think it's C. Maybe like, cause, I'm gonna count, like, the effects and everything, like, not just by how good the food is. Cause it gives effects and stuff, but I don't think those effects are useful, really. They're not that useful. Especially on the PvP thing, you're not gonna be using this. So I'm just gonna put it here, cause the effects aren't that useful. And since I'm talking about that golden apple, I'll put Enchanted golden apple in S. Obvious reasons. It's very strong. Makes you like practically invincible. So for this could be the reason that you win against like the Ender Dragon or Wither. Only problem, it costs 72 gold for one. 72. That's why I'm gonna put it here. Honestly, it just costs way too much. And we'll put the obvious ones up here. These two, practically the same. Different animals, same amount. This is like recommended on. These are one of the recommended things you should eat, especially at the start of your world. And this one too. Cooked potatoes. I think it's nice actually. Very good. Honestly, I think I'll put them at the top of S. Cause you are gonna get. It's easier to get more cooked potatoes than these two. Even if you make a giant farm, you could just make a gianter farm for this. And yeah, I mean, I think points crossed, and bread. I'm gonna put this in A tier. This would be C tier if, or maybe D tier if you couldn't find hay bales in villages. Because if you start in a world or any time and you go to a village, you find hay bales, harvest, you'll have to break all of them, craft them, put them into wheat, and then you'll get like maybe 3 stacks of bread, which will leave you set for so long in your world, especially if you're in a solo world. So that's why I think it's an A tier, maybe above this, just because of that reason. It's so useful for that. Okay, cooked chicken. I'm gonna put it at the top of A because even though it gives you 3, it's so easy to get a ton because there's 2 ways to get more chickens: breeding and eggs. So it's easier to get a giant chicken farm. So I think it's A. Okay, cooked salmon. I'll put it at top of B. This will be this is where like borderline or whatever, because they're so similar. It's just they're practically the same. Just this one's harder to get. Dry kelp. Honestly, like, there's this method where I think I'll put it there, but or maybe here or here. There's a cause I'm gonna put it here because there's this method where if you're gonna have this as your main food, you can if you get 9 kelp, make it as a dried kelp block, and then put in 20 just regular kelp in a furnace with those dried kelp. You're gonna smell all that kelp, and then you could keep making dried kelp blocks, and then well, not keep making it until you can like have a lot, and then you'll do that process, and then you could just use those blocks to cook even more kelp. So it's like infinite, and it's very useful for that, but. For only that reason, C. If it didn't have that, it would probably be the bottom of D. But yeah, it's the very last two. Okay, watermelon. I think I'll put it below because, well, it's just one. It's like, why? What's the point of making a farm of this if you could make a farm of potatoes, even carrots, not beetroot? But yeah, what's the point of having this then? The only time I have this is if I'm spawn in a jungle, and that's the only food I find. Yeah, that's all I have to say. B. I'm gonna put carrot B. Yeah. Before, this was my main food source. I always ate this. I always liked how it didn't give you too much, so then you wouldn't have to waste like an entire. Like if I would use steak, I wouldn't have to use an entire steak. Just to take away like one thing of hunger. I don't know. It's kind of but yeah, nothing else to say. Pretty easy to make, and yeah, this is a D tier, top of D tier. No, that's not true. Cause like the only reason you're gonna eat this is to be curious on like the effects. I'm not gonna use this as a potion or anything, but yeah, not too useful. I'm gonna just go off of the other stews. I'm gonna put stew there. I'm gonna put that stew there. Okay, so mushroom stew, yeah. I think it's like a better one, I guess. Not saying much. Beetroot soup. The problem is. Oh wait, okay. The problem is with beetroot soup, it requires 6 beetroot to make it. It gives you the equivalent of 6 beetroot, like for hunger. So you're just wasting 3 oak planks. 3. So that doesn't sound like too much, but it's just like, why eat it if there's gonna be a loss to it? That really just isn't worth it. Okay, next one, rabbit stew. It's way too hard to get. It's way too. I don't know why you need, why when you go through so much trouble to get raw rabbit and then the carrot and stuff, when you could just eat the carrot or use it as a farm or whatever. You're not gonna eat this for a main food source. Okay, this one. I'm gonna put an F because you're not gonna use this as a food. It's for brewing. That's it. All you're gonna use it for is brewing and that mule achievement. This is top of B tier actually. A tier, like chicken's there for a reason, but for cooked mutton, it doesn't really have a benefit. Like it's not like you're gonna make it sheep farm really for that. You're gonna make it a sheep farm for wool. So yeah, it's the worst of the 4 cooked meats here, I think. Okay, this one, I think it's the bottom of F, or the top of F, because it's easily the worst raw food, I think. Exceptions for one of these, or a couple of these actually. Yeah, you have a risk of getting like hunger, which will just make things worse. And okay, just because that mutton will be in D. I think there, yeah, right there. Maybe there, yeah. Maybe there. There. Okay. That's good. That's good. Yeah. It gives you one, just like chicken. At least it doesn't have the effect, but yeah, that's it. So, yeah, this one's quite obvious. Down there. I don't even need to explain it. I think this is the worst, like, food you're actually gonna eat. Half a hunger thing, or whatever. So terrible. This one's also pretty bad. I honestly forgot you could actually gain, like, hunger or whatever from it. Teleporting's useless because you don't know where you're gonna go, and that's all I have to say about it. And then this one, it's honestly, it's I might actually put it there. No, yeah, this one gives you like poison. The only time you're gonna eat this is if that's all you have. Okay, that's all I have to say about that. This one, I think is the bottom of D. Like, I think it gives the amount as raw chicken, but it's harder to get, so why even use it? Okay, this one, so this one's quite obvious. Sometimes when I get one of these while fishing, I just wish that Nemo would have died in the movie. I wish that Marvin or whatever, what is his name? I forget. But yeah, I hope he died. I wish he died and everything. I wish everyone died in the Finding Nemo movie, just because of this thing. One hunger. That's like why? I'd throw that in an incinerator. And the only reason it's not the bottom is because these ones are like not really used for food. But yeah. Okay, this is of course right under that. I think they're basically equal. They're basically equal. So that ranking doesn't matter. And this is my tier list. So just check out the 2 videos that are shown on the screen if you haven't. There are other tier list videos. The first 2. This is the 3rd one, and I'll see you in the next tier list, which will be uploaded tomorrow. Bye.